Today, I'm going to be reading Good Night, Gorilla by Peggy Rathman. She is the person who drew the pictures and wrote the words. And here's another page that says Good Night, Gorilla, and I see a comma there. A comma makes a break, a pause, so it's Good Night, Gorilla. Good night, Gorilla. I wonder what this book might be about. Let's see. Okay. And here we see a gorilla in a cage. Good night, gorilla, says the zookeeper, and I see a speech bubble. That means people are speaking when you see this. And oh, look at that gorilla. He's going for the keys. And did you notice that gorilla has a bike in his cage, and he has a stuffed gorilla, a book, and he has a tire swing. Oh, and a bunch of bananas. And I see a little mouse, and he is holding a balloon. Oh, that monkey grabbed the keys, and he used the orange key to open his orange cage. And he's climbing out. And now he's behind the zookeeper, whose name is Joe. I see on his zookeeper suit that he has the name Joe, and then Zoo on the side of his uniform. And he's holding a flashlight. I wonder what's going to happen next. Good night, elephant. Oh, and I see an elephant. That elephant has lots of peanuts. He must love to eat peanuts. And he has a stuffed elephant, and he has a globe. A globe is like a big ball that shows the world. Oh, maybe it's not a globe. I've always thought it was a globe, but when I'm looking closer, it's actually a ball with a picture of an elephant on it. Miss Marlene's so silly. This whole time, I thought that that was a globe, like the world, but it's not. Sorry if this is a bit shaky. I'm still learning how to use my tool for reading books. So again, he said, good night, elephant. I wonder what they're going to do next. Oh, I see that he let the elephant out. And there's the mouse, and he is carrying a banana. Oh, look what that monkey's doing, or the gorilla. I always call him a monkey. He's using the blue key to open the blue cage for the lion. Oh no, he's going to let the lion out. And the zookeeper's saying, good night, lion. The lion has some bones all in his cage, and a little stuffed lion and a bone, and he's licking his lips. I hope he's not going to eat the zookeeper. Let's see what happens. Next, he's saying, good night, hyena. Good night, giraffe. And the giraffe has a green cage with a green key, and the gorilla's letting him out. And he's got a stuffed giraffe in his cage. And here's a hyena. A hyena kind of looks like a dog. If you've seen the movie Lion King, then you know what a hyena is. Oh, but look, there's the elephant, and there's the lion. But the lion is not eating anybody. That's very, I'm relieved. And there, the hyena has a stuffed hyena and a yellow key to open his cage. I wonder what animal they might see next. Let's see. So there they are all together. And the zookeeper is saying, good night, armadillo. And there's only one key left. There's an armadillo. And he has a baby bottle, Ernie, and a pacifier in his enclosement. Now, he's not in a cage. He's in a wall, because I bet he could fit through the cage bars. So he has a wall enclosure. Oh, now they're leaving the zoo. See? Z-O-O. They're walking across the grass. And look, this little light I've never noticed before. There's a light outside the zookeeper's house and it says zookeeper. And he's going in his home. I wonder if all those animals are going to go in the home with him. Let's see. They did, and they're going across. They're walking across the hallway or the living room. And I noticed there's pictures. Did you ever notice these pictures before? Here's a picture of the gorilla. Here's the picture of the zookeeper with the snake, and they have the lion and the giraffe in there. And look, here she is feeding them. It looks like she's feeding the gorilla, a woman. And there's a zebra. And there's a wedding picture of the zookeeper and his wife. I wonder where they're going. Let's see. Oh, they're in the bedroom. And they all look like they're getting comfy. And there's the zookeeper, and he put his flashlight on the table, and the gorilla is yawning. He must be tired. And I see the woman, the wife, the zookeeper's wife, sleeping in her bed. And she says, "Good night, dear." She has a speech bubble, too. It looks like she's reaching to turn off the lights. Look at that mouse. He's sleeping in the drawer. That's funny. My favorite part. Good night. 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 All those animals are saying good night back to her. I wonder what's going to happen next. It's my absolute favorite part of the book. Surprised eyes, peeky eyes. I wonder if it's the zookeeper or his wife. But she looks very surprised. Let's see. It's the zookeeper's wife. She's turned on the light and she's going, "Oh my, all these animals are in here." And look at that gorilla. That gorilla has a cheesy grin on his face like he thinks he's so funny. Oh, now she's putting them all back in the zoo. Z-O-O. Now she's walking back home. Good night, zoo. And look, the monkey's going, shh. I wonder if she knows that the gorilla is behind her. Do you think she knows? Or is he just being super sneaky again? Oh, nope, she's going back to bed. She says, "Good night, dear." And the zookeeper says, "Good night." And now the gorilla is climbing up in their bed, and so is the mouse. And look, all the keys are back on the lock. And the mouse says, "Good night, gorilla." And the gorilla is snoring. He's going, shh, shh, because he is asleep. And it looks like the mouse, or maybe the gorilla, ate the banana because now it's all flat. The end. So I hope you like this book. I know we've read it in class. It's the end of the book. And on the back cover, you can see it has some animals, like one of the scenes from inside the book. And that's the end of our book.